Soft clap for that win right there. What up, Laker family? It's your boy DTLF back with another video. Lakers undefeated at home, man. I love it. Listen. What are we? 4-0 at home, undefeated. Can't nobody touch us at home. LA, the only way, the winning way, baby. Y'all know what it is. Meanwhile, the Clippers they can't find a W if their life depended on it, man. And they was looking in the alphabet. Look, bottom line is this: Lakers win 116 to 110. They put the placers in their rightful place. Listen, the officials swallowed the whistles, but gotta give credit to the Portland Trailblazers. They fought hard, and so did the Lakers, man. The Lakers played harder. They wanted this one. We said the key points pregame was AD having a 30-point game. I mentioned that was crucial. Him leading us. He did that. 30 and 13. Awesome with a couple of blocks. Cam Reddish continues to be such a great revelation, both defensively and now even offensively. 18.6 rebound to assist. Taurean Prince chipping in with 11. Rui Hachimura chipping in with 19, 5, and 2. Look at the parity. D'Angelo Russell, 11 and 11 assists to go with those points and 5 rebounds. 18 for Austin Reeves with 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in double figures. And that is the key, fam. We learning how to win games we're supposed to be winning. This is a game we're supposed to be winning. LeBron or no LeBron, AD got to lead us when LeBron's not there, right? Definitely, man. You got to love what Anthony Davis did here, man, tonight. And he was just, my goodness, man. He was second to none tonight, and he was the best player on the court. That's what we need from AD. Aggressive AD is always a great AD. So Clippers lose, Lakers win. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh, somebody said, show me their shirt. Here it is. It actually looks kind of cool with the green screen, the way it makes it flash. It looks like Kobe's energy is just shining off of the screen. But I'm happy because Lakers now improved to 5-5. We are in the midst of all things in the Western Conference, clearly in the picture, and we've been injured heavily. So I love it. Yes, Angie. Now we can talk smack about those stinkers. Absolutely. You got to love it. You got to be excited for this. And we got a game coming up on Tuesday, the play-in tournament game. So, we're going to bring our A game. We already demonstrated that, we played those games extremely hard. But I like it. Lakers improved to 5-5. And we only shot 19 threes, which I keep telling people, keep it under 30. Recipe for success. Check it out. We had how many points in the paint? A lot of points in the paint. 68 points in the paint. And this is why I keep trying to teach the youth that 2s are better than 3s, because 3s, if you're hitting them lights out, then so be it. So be it. But if you're not knocking them down, go to your bread and butter. And we did that. We did that in the paint. What up, Search? What up, everybody? Thank you so much, Sharon. I appreciate you. Always with the kind words. All right. The most impressive thing to me is that whenever that the Portland Trailblazers made a run, the Lakers were able to maintain their poise and put them away eventually, right? Even the officials were swallowing their whistle per usual, and we played through that, right? I was shocked we won that challenge call, because I thought once he lowered his shoulder, the refs were going to look for that to try to take that bucket away from us. Well, even though they did take the bucket, they gave us the free throws. So I will take that. Could have been horrible if it was an offensive foul. That could have been a game-changing play. So thank God they got it right, because clearly we never get those calls. And I think that was a crucial turning point in the game, because it was a blocking foul. Clearly, he's still moving, right? When the player's moving, do they ever call it a charge? Never. No matter if they lower their shoulder or not. So I'm just saying. Appreciate your search. Always creative. Hey, what up, Benaya? Good to see you. Good to see you. But look. Bottom line is Lakers are learning to win these ugly games. This was an ugly game. This was not pretty. We gave up 110 points to the struggling Portland Trailblazers that are below 500, and they're also dealing with a couple of injuries themselves. No Anthony Simmons. DeAndre Ayton, I don't know how they utilize him. He had 10 points or like 8 points at the half. He ends up with 12. This is the problem with the youth, man. They're jacking up threes. How many threes did the Portland Trailblazers shoot, you ask? 37. And they hit 13 out of 37. We only hit 4 threes out of our 19. But again, we destroyed them in points in the paint, 68 to 46. And that's the difference in the ball game. So youngsters, if y'all are watching, you got to learn that high efficiency basketball is the way to go. And tonight we played it. That's why we got to 116. I promise you, if we settle for threes, we most likely don't even get to 110, right? Let alone 116. So that was a difference in the game. The Lakers stayed poised. They played intelligent basketball. I love that final play at the end when Taurean Prince out-hustled both of the young Portland Trailblazer players. And listen, man, hustle and heart right there. This is why we brought Taurean Prince. to the Lakers because he's a hard-nosed player. And those are the type of game-winning plays that can even change a whole playoff series when you have players like that are willing to go the extra mile. But how y'all feeling about Cameron Reddish? What an amazing young player he is. And I remember, and I posted a tweet, I remember saying Cam Reddish and the Darvin Ham and Phil Handy would be phenomenal. You don't believe me? Follow me on Twitter. I posted it from way back, January, February, March, April, May. Way back in May, we were talking about this. So I just think young talent with the Lakers can flourish so beautifully because we have a great coaching staff as far as the assistants go, led by Phil Handy. They're awesome. They're phenomenal. Every time they get their hands on young players, and proven time and time again. And we always knew that this guy had the tools, right? Now he's showing us some elite defense, fam. Can you imagine? I'm just salivating over the lineup combinations that include Taurean Prince, Vando, and Cam Reddish. We're going to be putting some people in jail this season. Okay, so people are already starting to get some nightmares, right? Angie said that challenge did not make sense. Portland wasn't in the bonus and Grant was moving. Count the basket and give Rui his free throw. I agree. They should have counted the basket. He never put the ball back on the floor. I don't get what the rule was there, but look, Rui was sensational. I love how active Rui is the best, and under control Rui is even better because sometimes he can get a bit out of control, but when he's playing under control, he's playing elite defense. They're contesting shots. He's crashing the glass on the offensive board, getting the putbacks and all that. He's exactly the type of player we needed to fill in for LeBron James tonight. He gave us everything we were lacking, right? Him, all the wings we have, and then D'Angelo I thought was sensational. Let's talk a little bit about D'Lo tonight. If he can be more this version of D'Lo, high efficiency, but high on the playmaking. In 32 minutes, he had 11 assists. I actually thought he was going to go under because he's been more aggressive offensively. And with LeBron missing, I thought he would be under, but he did a great job of making up for some of what we lost with LeBron James playmaking. So between him and Reeves, they combined for 15 assists. Beautiful. Okay. 6 assists for AD. I mean, AD did it all tonight. AD said, you know what, man? It's my turn to carry the heavy load because LeBron James been doing it at his age. There's no way I shouldn't be doing it. Even though he still looked gimpy in that first step, and I was concerned, once he turned up, I knew we had this game in the bag. That's why at the half, even though we're down 1, go back and watch my halftime. I was not worried. I felt like the Lakers would turn up and just do the little things to execute and win. And I also told you Portland was hitting some bullshit shots that I didn't think they would hit in the second half. Usually the game evens out, So again, Lakers playing high efficiency, not settling for threes, and taking care of the basketball. Again, we took tremendous care of the basketball, fam. Like tremendous care of the basketball. Listen, this is the amount of turnovers we had for the whole game. Less than 10. 9 turnovers. Meanwhile, Portland had 15 turnovers. So again, this little things, fundamentals win you basketball games, especially when you're lacking some talent, right? Hey, Rudy, hey man, I appreciate you, man. Rudy Avila, my guy. He said, let's go Lakers. Let's go to a Lakers game. Hit me up, G. Rudy, man, sounds familiar. Holler at me, bro. Holler at me on Insta or Twitter, bro. Because is it the Rudy I used to work with? Because if it's the Rudy I used to work with, I'm cool as hell with him. But I know a couple of Rudies, so holler at me. I'm not sure which one this one is, but I do appreciate the cash out, my brother. Thank you so much. Gray Lake will win. Dan sleeping like a baby. You already know. I'm gonna listen, bro. I might sleep naked tonight. All right. I might just all the way. I'm gonna hit the shower right after this, and then I'm probably just gonna be in my sheets because it feels good when it's cold and you're wrapped up in your sheets, man. I'm just gonna be in my boxers tonight, sleeping like a baby, like you said, like a baby. So I feel good about this win, fam, and it's gonna be. I think the Lakers are starting to build something special little by little. As you see, game by game, we progressing, fam. We progressing game by game, getting better, one game at a time. The role players are starting to really step up to the plate. So that is key. I like these type of games. I was not too worried about LeBron missing. He's been carrying, so it's good when he gets games off, especially versus lesser opponents. I was just afraid we played down to the competition. We pretty much controlled the whole tempo, man. And listen, finding Cameron Reddish is just an extra piece. But I've always, like I said, since he was an Atlanta Hawk and they were talking about trading him, I remember mentioning I would love it if the Lakers got a wing like Cam and developed him. I would love it. Then when he went to where did he go? To the New York Knicks, and then they traded him to the Blazers. I was bummed out because I wanted him. But then we ended up getting Vando. It all worked out. But look at us now. We got another defensive-minded wing, and this one can actually score. So that's impressive, right? If his scoring comes along, you know what I'm saying? If his scoring comes along, then the league is in trouble because you're adding another two-way player. He said, "I'll hit you up on IG, my G. F the zippers." Appreciate you, Rudy. Thank you so much for the cash apps, my brother, making my night that much sweeter. But yeah, undefeated at home. We finally got one on the road, and I feel like the things are starting to get better because look, 5-5. Remember, my prediction was 6-4 the first 10 games, so I'm right there. I'm right there, and it's one of those things that is like, bro, I'm pretty much always spot on with these things. We're basically should be 6-4 if we knock out in a couple of injuries, but no excuses. 5-5, I will take it. We got out of the main first 10 games and we, unscathed. So we are alive. The next couple of games are going to be very telling moving forward. But look, we got Memphis, who's definitely struggling mightily, and we got them obviously in the in-season tournament. I do believe LeBron's going to play that one, so I'm excited because we could be 2-0 in the tournament, and that means we will advance. That means more playoff atmosphere for the young players, more experience. And after that, I don't like this part of the schedule. So we got Grizzlies, must win. Hopefully we put them away early, and then we can rest some of our guys. Because guess who we got up next? The Sacramento Kings. And they're tough. They're tough as nails, fam. Matter of fact, they're so tough, I believe we already got beat by them earlier this season, 132-127, right? That was October 29th. So watch out for Sacramento. But then after that, we got Portland again. Should be another dub. Then we can redeem ourselves versus those Rockets. Listen, we're going to be looking to pay them back because they ended up with a 34-point beatdown, followed by the Jazz and the Mavericks. I will be there for that Mavericks game, by the way. Shout out to my guy, Quincy, man, for those tickets, man. I'm super hyped for that day. Let's see here. Looks like I got another Cash App. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all are truly the best. My guy said, that shirt hard AF. LOL. Let's stack these W's. My guy, appreciate you, Mr. Cunningham. Thank you so much, bro. Thanks for the Cash App. Lakers got to move up in the standings. This is a golden opportunity for us to keep building. Listen, I'm starting to really like the play-in tournament because it's been playoff atmosphere, and the Lakers have turned up. We turned up for that first game in Phoenix. That was our first actual road victory, and it happened during the play-in tournament, so it came at the perfect time. But the fact that we're protecting home court and we are being able to be efficient even without LeBron James really encourages me. It really does. And by the way, we're still not firing on all cylinders. There's still guys that are still working to get comfortable, right? Christian Wood's still not all the way comfortable. Trust me, this dude is a bucket. All right, we've seen him in spurts, but Christian Wood still hasn't had like a Christian Wood game yet. He only had 7 points and 1 rebound in 15 minutes. Jackson Hayes has spurts where he's effective, but he still hasn't had a game where he's impacted the game. He only had 2 points and 1 assist, right? But like I said, our core players are Austin Reeves, D'Angelo, Rui, Torian Prince, and now Cam Reddish. So that's another player joining the party. Our depth is insane, fam. The fact that we can win these type of close games with just our depth is awesome, right? It's a beautiful thing. He said, a great night tonight. Clippers lost. My Lakers and Raiders took W's tonight. Hey, man, congratulations on y'all win. Listen. Anytime the Clippers lose, you see the background, my boy Chris, man. Again, happy birthday to his son tonight. He still had the time to do this awesome background. Matter of fact, let me remove this comment. Shout out to my boy Search for the shop corking. Check it out, fam. That's a Picasso at work. Shout out to the graphic goat, Chris. 0-5 the Clippers are since they acquired the bearded one, and it's nothing that wasn't prophesized on this channel. All right, we prophesized that. We said we was happy when they got. There was a couple of loopy-headed Clipper fans that have jumped in here and they were saying some crazy shit, talking about we're tripping and they're the big super team and this and that. Listen. I know basketball, bro. 27 years been watching that shit. You can't buy a championship. You just can't, right? You can't just throw 4 Hall of Famers in a team and expect one. Listen, the Lakers tried it, right? When we had Kobe and Shaq, then we threw Karl Malone, and that was a much better team, by the way. I'm not even trying to compare it to this stinking Clippers team. But when we threw Karl Malone, Gary Payton, we couldn't do it, right? It was like a no-go, right? So especially when they're past their prime, and that's what James Harden and Russell Westbrook are. They are past their prime. You can't buy championships, no sir. So I mean, the Clippers are going to find that out the hard way. Who was it? Somebody on Fox Sports. What's his name? Squidward. Not Squidward. We call him Squidward. He's a big LeBron fan. He's got long hair. Looks like it's a wig. He's on Fox Sports. Big LeBron James fan. What's his name? That guy predicted the Clippers wouldn't even make the playoffs. So, yo, that's awesome, fam. Hey, no spam in the chat, fam. No spam in the chat. Nick Wright. Nick Wright. Yes, and usually Nick is wrong, but on this one, he might be right. He might be right. Okay. I'm excited for yeah, thank you, Jeff. Appreciate you. I'm excited for that prediction to come to become right, because if that happens, we're gonna have such a hard ass laugh. I mean, think about it. They've been predicting. Remember when ESPN started, right? This season, they said the Clippers are the best team in Southern California, right? Who said that? Who did I sound like just there? Whose voiceover did I just do right there? I got these. The Clippers are the #1 team in Southern California. Okay, come on, it's obvious, right? So all I gotta say is, look, this is always the same predictions, always the same crap, and they're always wrong, all of them, right? Especially on ESPN. Fox gets it right sometimes, but they're always wrong on ESPN for whatever reason, right? So, how'd y'all like my Stephen A. Smith impression, by the way? Yo, Dan, do you think Cam will keep this level of consistency? All we need from Cam Reddish is this level of efficiency on the defensive end. Anything he gives us on the offensive end is gonna be a bonus. I promise you that. We're not lacking on the offensive end. Now, if he chips in anything over double digits in scoring, which I'm not expecting for him, my God, the NBA better watch out, because Cameron Reddish is a hooper, right? And I'm calling him Cameron. All right. I added the REN because that's how good he's been playing. I can't just say Cam Reddish. You know what I'm saying? Like, only whack players have 4-letter names. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just playing. Don't quote me on that. But real talk, Cam Reddish is dope, man. He's dope. He's awesome. Is he looking like Indy Paul George? Nah. We're not gonna go that far. Indy Paul George was good before he joined the Clippers and lost his soul. Hey, Andres, appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man. Much love to you, bro. Saludos, man. Saludos, my guy. Dan, the Blazers don't got Dame, but we still barely won. Are you concerned? Of course not, man. Listen, some games are going to be ugly, Kylo Ren. We got to figure out how to win these games. We didn't have LeBron, right? We didn't have our best player, and we still won. So at the end of the day, that's all that matters. This is an ugly ass win. I'll take an ugly ass win rather than an ugly ass loss, right? And Lakers figuring it out still. We're still not out of the. I told you guys, give us 15 to 20 games to be patient with this team. We're still going to have to incorporate Vando. Who do you guys think is going to take a backseat when he comes back, right? We're still going to have to incorporate, obviously, a brand new team together. We had Gabe Vincent, but we didn't have him for much, so he still needs to get reincorporated into the team. And so, we'll see what happens. Then tomorrow the Lakers will wear the city jerseys. Are you going to get one? I got a lot of holiday expenses to do, so I don't think I'll be doing any more shopping. And then I recently needed some shoes, so I got a couple of pairs. So yeah, I'm cutting back on the spending. So I'm not sure I will get one, but hey, I think my sis Tara said she was going to hook me up with one. So if she does have time and she gets me one, then I'll be happy with that one, man. Whatever it is, I love all Laker jerseys. Just so y'all know, just in case there's a little Santa Claus out there, man, somewhere. But no, real talk, man. Listen. Talking about merch, it's been a minute since we shouted out CourtKings.com. We got a lot of heat coming out real soon, man. Y'all got to cop what's out there now, though, because I'm telling y'all right now, man, this stuff we're gonna run out of inventory, man, and y'all not gonna get this heat. I mean, y'all seen the game D'Lo had tonight? Check it out. It was him posterizing Paolo Banchero becoming part of the Face Your Fears line. You guys know what we got over here, man. The classic King versus Freak Street Fighter spinoff, and then everybody's favorite, man. Everybody's favorite, City of Champions, man. You got Staples Center, aka Crypto, in the background. Purple, man, with the signature crown, the Court Kings crown. So join Royalty, fam. Check us out at Shop Court Kings. I couldn't talk about clothing without plugging in some real heat. So definitely check us out. Tuesday's the play-in, not tomorrow. Yeah, Tuesday is the play-in. I'm excited for that. And it's against Memphis, so it should be a winnable game. But again, we can't play down to the competition. Listen, shout out to Memphis for doing the Lord's work and putting the Flippers out of their misery and taking all the hope from those cardboard cutouts, man. Let y'all know that your team is going to stink this year. What is the Clippers' current record? Is it like 3-6 or something like that, or 3-5? Whoo, they are tripping. But I love it. Keep it going. I think they face Denver next. Keep it going. And I haven't seen a single minute of Clipper action. I don't think I will either to the playoffs start, or if they even make it there, or if they're in the play-in and they're looking to get eliminated, then I might tune in. Do we ship to Canada? Not yet, but we're working on that, man. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Everybody, all my foreign friends out there, stay tuned because we're working on something. All right. So to be able to ship everywhere. Hey, Benai, I appreciate you. 3-6. Oh my goodness. 3-6. These are these the champions that the people were telling us like 3-4 years ago already that they were going to be champions? Listen. Clippers will never be champions. I'm sorry to tell y'all. The Clipper curse is real, fam. Clipper curse is, and by matter of fact, Clippers is where careers go to die. It's very fitting that James Harden went there because that might be the last team he plays for if he keeps playing like this. I've seen the highlights, or should I say the lowlights, the turnovers he's had and just chucking up shots. Same thing with Westbrook. He went there. That might be the last opportunity he has. And I wish them all the best. Not really. But, outside of the court, I wish them the best. But, damn. Like, Clippers literally, think about it. The last place Baron Davis went to play and got hurt, and that was it, was the Clippers, right? Elton Brand wasted a whole solid career on the Clippers, and nobody have y'all heard Elton Brand's name since the Twitter era? Because I have not once, unless they were talking about his GM stint with the 76ers, right? Now you got Kawhi Leonard out here, man, looking like you know what I'm saying, like just outdated. Like nobody's talking about Kawhi either, and now all of a sudden, what? You know what I'm saying? Like all of a sudden, you get James Harden, you get Russell Westbrook. Oh man, these guys' career it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Coming to a strip club near you? No, he's there already. James Harden mentally is checked out of the game. He's at the strip club. He's at all of them. Tonight, I promise you. This is how he copes. They were 3-1 prior to the trade. And even that is, they're pretenders. They're always pretenders, right? But even 3-1 is still way better than where they're at now. They're part of 3-6 Mafia now, all right? Appreciate you. My guy, Serge, working overtime tonight. Gabe Vincent might be a bad signing. I doubt it. Listen, if y'all paid attention, the one thing Gabe was doing really well was locking up defenders and switching multiple positions and even guarding bigger players. He's going to be so good. Oh, my God. Do you know how many defenders we have on this team now? You got Anthony Davis, okay? Obviously the best defender overall, right? Can switch 1 through 5. You got Vandal, the second best defender on this team. Now Cam Reddish looking like the third best defender, and I thought that was going to be Taurean Prince. And you got Prince as the fourth, okay? LeBron, when he wants to, he's the fifth. Austin Reeves, when he's taking charges and moving his feet, he's the sixth, right? Who's the seventh? D'Lo with his active hands, who's the seventh? So we got about, I think I skipped over a couple. Listen, I forgot about Jackson Hayes. He's pretty solid defensively, okay? He might bite a little bit too much, but he's pretty solid. And then you got Rui, big body Rui, who, by the way, was doing a phenomenal job on Jokic in the Western Conference Finals, right? In the little bit of possession, small sample size, but still, he held his own. So, yeah, like Angie said, don't sleep on Gabe. Gabe is going to be really solid. I promise you that. Yeah, exactly. Wait until he gets comfortable. People act like him being in the Eastern Conference Finals and actually being tremendous during that run, they just sweep that under the rug. Sometimes I wonder if people paying attention to real basketball. Like, I watch basketball year-round. I got league pass, fam. I seen Gabe Vincent. He was probably the third best player on that team at times, right? Obviously, no Tyler Hero last season for the most part. So, at times, he looked like the third, at worst, the fourth best player on the Heat. And that's saying a lot because they got Bam. They got Jimmy Buckets, right? They got a couple of hoopers over there. So, I think Vincent is going to really win over the crowd. Just like, remember, just a couple of days ago, Cam Reddish was being destroyed by Laker fans because he missed that shot, right? The wide open corner shot. People were saying he is trash and this and that. And I said, well, it wasn't a bad shot. He was wide open. I do wish they would have gave it to somebody with a higher shooting percentage. That still hasn't changed. However, Cameron Reddish been playing insane defense. Like at times he's clamping up the best players. Like what his sample size on Kevin Durant was the reason we won that game because Kevin Durant was going off. But anytime he had Cam Reddish on him, Cam Reddish struggled. Same thing when they switched Cam Reddish on Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal struggled. Like they got their numbers, but it wasn't on Cam Reddish. And the ones that were on Cam Reddish were either foul calls and free throws, or they were either really tough shots, like contested shots. So man, I'm very excited about this team's potential moving forward. My excitement never wavered. I told people we are a work in progress. We have all the pieces within the roster, right? That's why I said I don't want to talk trades. It's too early for that right now. But I love hearing what people got to say, right? So I'm all ears at all times, right? So, but still, I've always felt like we had from within the roster to compete for a title. Now, injuries are going to play a big factor into this. How long can we stay healthy? And when we do get hurt, hopefully we're not missing the wrong pieces at the wrong times, right? So, yeah. My guy said, love the background, by the way, Dan. Appreciate you, man. This is all my graphic goat, Chris, man. So shout out to Chris from ATL. Y'all know who it is, man. But yeah, listen, man, this is awesome. This is awesome. And he was actually hitting me up during the game, telling me, so what's the Clippers record? So he could put it on the background for me. And I was like, it's 0-5 since they acquired Harden. It's 0-4 since he's hit the courts with him, right? So really the record is 0-5 since they made that trade. So I love it. I love exposing these frauds any chance I get. Y'all know what it is, fam. Y'all know what it is. You accept the international order for Court Kings, Dan? It's coming real soon. I promise. I promise. We're figuring that out. There's a couple of things on the business side got to get figured out. My guys are on it. So just stay tuned. Stay tuned. But listen, hopefully it'll be up and running by the holiday season because, man, we got some heat. When I tell you we got bangers, we got bangers. And we already got some heat on there right now. But we got even more heat coming in the near future. I mean, these minds are working, creativity juices are pumping, and our artist is, doing his art thing. So all of that combined, 4 great minds. Yeah, prayers up for Kelly Oubre. It's tough because he was having a great season. What was he averaging? Over 18 points a game, and he went down. And matter of fact, I thought it was really nice, really really nice that Tyrese Maxey dedicated that 50-point game to Kelly Oubre. That was freaking phenomenal. So shout out to Tyrese Maxey. He said, I already love him. I barely met him, right? They're new teammates. They had never met before, but it's nice to see, man. And it's horrible. How can somebody run over somebody, anybody, not just an NBA player, but damn. Like life tells you, like reality strikes when you see one of these celebrities or players or athletes like get injured on something that shouldn't happen to even regular people, right? So yeah, it's sad, but hey, luckily he's gonna make a full recovery. He got cracked ribs from what I'm hearing, which sucks. I can't imagine what that feels like, puncturing your lungs when your rib cracks and all that shit. Like I've had broken bones. I had broken my 4th, 5th metacarpal. I had broke my right arm, my toe. Like being an athlete, you break bones, right? It's a part of it. But like all that stuff is nothing compared to cracking your ribs. Oh man, I can't even imagine how bro feels. So hopefully he recovers real soon and all that. By the way, man, I went on a date yesterday with my shorty. We went out to the theaters, as a nightcap to finish off the night, and we saw that new Marvels movie, right? The Marvels. I wasn't expecting much of it because the trailers didn't really wow me or anything. But I think that post-credit scene was worth it for me. Right? That post-credit scene is everything. So if y'all haven't seen it, man, is like I said, the post-credit scene got me hyped for the future Marvel. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to spoil anything, but the movie itself gets it's a 6.5 out of 10. I haven't done one of these review videos in a while. All that is coming right back, man. I promise y'all. Especially during the holiday season, I'll be watching some movies and I will be doing late night with your boy DTLF once again. But yeah, we'll see. My guy Vern said, Dan, I had Bruce ribs. It's not fun at all. I know, bro. I know. Nothing breaking anything isn't fun because then you got to sit there. And if you're a really active person like myself, you like to get up and down. Nobody likes sitting there and waiting to recover. And then you got to go through the grueling process of working out again and getting your body back in place. And it's funny when I broke my hand. I promise you, like I don't like taking prescription drugs like for the pain. So I literally just took all the pain. Like I took the pain for the first 2 weeks. They didn't even the doctor, when I went that night, he supposedly tried to put my hand back in place. He put it in wrong, right? So when I went to take the x-rays 3 weeks later, my hand had already healed up the wrong way. So guess what they had to do? They had to take me to a hand surgeon where they had to break my hand while I was obviously asleep under heavy anesthesia. They had to re-break it and put it back into place. So imagine that. Thank God I was asleep. But I remember waking up to that throbbing pain after surgery, and it felt like, you know what it felt like? It was throbbing so much that it instantly felt like my car got run over. I'm sorry, my hand got run over by a car, like a tire. That's what it felt like, for real. So I remember the nurse putting giving me the Norco pills, and instantly the pain going away. But yeah, it was listen, and that's just my hand. My arm, the way I broke my arm when I was little, I used to play football, right? So but we used to play in Park Village. It used to be called Park Village in Compton. But I was a tough little kid. I tell you, this is how you know I was tough, right? So we used to play. I used to play with bigger kids, and we was at a party playing with our friends, right? Playing football. We used to play with Simone's and everything. So this was nothing. Like I had got hit by some big dudes. Wind knocked out of me. Got right back up, started playing. Eyes watery and shit as a kid. So this time I was quarterback, right? So I'm like clocking the ball back. I was getting ready to throw it. Some big ass kid tackles me, and the whole pile falls on my arm. My arm's behind my back. I just hear it crack. So they just hear me scream, ah! And they all got off of me, and I couldn't lift my arm was hanging. I couldn't lift my arm. So yeah, that's how I broke my hand. But however, I was so tough. I went right back into the game to play with a broken arm, and I couldn't throw it. It hurt, but I was still trying to play, and then I couldn't. I go home. My brother goes, he feels it, and he pulls it apart like this, and it just he hears it crack, gets back into place. My brother had doctor hands, but it was fractured and dislocated, and my brother put it back in place. But we didn't know it was broken because after that, I started being able to move it a little bit and all of that. And like a month later, like because they noticed my shoulder was hanging too much all month long as a kid, right? Well, I was probably what 7, 8 at the most. We go to the hospital, and the hospital let my mom have it because they didn't take me to the doctor right away. But that's how tough I was as a kid. I just wanted to keep playing, even through the pain and injuries. I would still go outside and play with my friends, even with a broken hand. And I didn't even cry, so nobody thought I was, I had a broken arm. So yeah, man, I've been through it all when it comes to injuries, and I'll tell you, it's not fun, especially the recovery process. Sucks, man. I remember being there in a cast, my whole arm in a cast. And all of that. So yeah. Let's see here. Uh Dan, I had surgery last month and don't even remember. Be put down. It was crazy. All I remember is the nurses, and I woke up and it was over. Yeah, same thing happened to me. I remember when I went into surgery. They injected me with something, and like I was talking to the nurse. I don't remember what I was talking to her about. I was just, it's probably the Lakers. And and I fell asleep. Next thing you know, I wake up to that throbbing pain. They put the pill in my mouth, let me drink water, and it goes away. But yeah, I've been through some crazy injuries, bro. Listen, I could sit here and tell y'all stories all night. I don't want to bore y'all. I went to Mexico one time to get a root canal done with no meds because they had gotten robbed the previous day. And I still did it because it was an emergency. I needed it done. It was teeth work, and I could feel everything. My nerves being pulled out. Obviously everything. The needle going in and out of my gum. Listen, I was pale. My mom got scared, and she told the doctor to stop the surgery. So I had to break it down to 2 sessions, and that was probably the worst pain I felt, even worse than the bones, fam. So I've been through some crazy, crazy pains in my life. I think what don't kill you make you stronger. Like I've always been very pain tolerant. I didn't broken my nose when I was younger in high school. Like man, I'm telling you, I've been through it all, bro. He said, Dan, you're tougher than Kawhi. Nah, I'm sure they go through a lot of pains as well. We as fans obviously don't understand it. Like we just make fun of. Well, I don't, but I see a lot of fans make fun of this stuff. Um, it's no joke, man. Let's see here. I broke my arm on a scooter. He said I got up and couldn't move my arm, couldn't even eat, and became a fake lefty. Hey, that is true. When you get hurt, you start using your left more, and you just get better at it. You become ambidextrous. I think that's why I'm so unstoppable on the court. I use both my hands. Do you think Harden should come off the bench like his OKC days? I think he should. Both him and Westbrook, to be honest, either one. But overall, they're not going to do it. Their ego's too inflated at this point, Did I cry during the root canal? No, I did not cry, but my eyes did get watery, which is the same thing, right? But no, I didn't cry. The doctor was like, if you feel any pain, just stop me and we'll stop the procedure. He told me that in Spanish. He was still a learning doctor, like fresh out of college. Very young. Cool guy, though. And I was like, man, just finish this shit up. Yeah, it hurts, but just keep it going. He's like, you're tough. I'm like, that's what I do, man. It's DTLF. Y'all know what it is. But no, all true stories. I mean, my family watch. I couldn't cap if I wanted to. Everything I ever tell you on this channel is straight facts. Dan tougher than the whole Flipper squad. I wish, man. Listen. If I was making millions, bro, I'd protect my body just like they did too, man. I'm not even gonna sit here and cap. You know what I mean? Like they gotta protect their body because their body is basically their insurance policy, right? If they deteriorate it, they're not gonna get the next big paycheck, so they'll be losing out on millions, right? So I understand where they're coming from as far as staying out and stuff. But hey, he says shout out to the mod squad. He said, bro, that root canal though, cringed hearing that. Yeah, bro, that was. You know what I felt like? I felt like I was in a live Saw movie. That's what I felt like. Like even just hearing the little drill going, zzz, oh man. And if I didn't already hate the dentist before that, I'll tell you. Damn, my favorite moment in sports is when Kobe tore his Achilles and still went and drained 2 free throws. Sad moment, but very motivational. It was motivational. I don't know if that was my favorite moment. Because I hated him tearing his Achilles. My favorite moment in sports was the Lakers coming down from damn near a 20-point deficit versus the Celtics in Game 7 of the Finals here at home at Staples and winning that championship. That was the last championship we won here at Staples, and that was a beautiful thing in 2010. So that was wonderful. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for kicking it with your boy, man, listening to my stories, all that good stuff. If y'all got any painful stories, please leave them in the comment section. I will be reading them, probably with my family because they're always interesting. I like to know what people went through, especially my Laker family. But it wraps it up for me. Thank you guys so much for tapping in. Shout out to my sponsorship, Prize Picks. You already know, shopcourtkings.com. Go check us out over there. Got some merch by the people for the people. So check that out. We still got free shipping, fam. We're going to do it all through the holiday season. So stay tuned. Appreciate y'all, man. Much love. Go Lakers, baby. We are now 5-5. And playing tournament coming up next on Tuesday. So I will see you guys then, unless something else pops off before then. All right. Enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. Much love. Peace out.